Sega Computer Software presents OutRun.
Alright, all you Amiga nuts, this is Sal, the KJman, back with another review. This is episode 11, and as promised, this is OutRun. Brought to you originally by US Gold, and later released by Sega themselves with the same code. This is not going to be pretty. So, just to give you an idea, this is a pretty poor game, pretty badly written. It is, I mean, it looks like the game to a certain extent, but it just plays just awful. Even on an accelerated machine like I have with a 68020, it still is very choppy looking. As you can see, the graphics going by is pretty sad. So we're going to kind of delve right into it here. This is a 1988 Sega release, but it was, if I remember right, US Gold released it about a year or two earlier than that, and US Gold actually, Sega at least corrected a couple of the problems with the US Gold release. The US Gold release had, occasionally if you made a hard left, you'd see the woman and the man that are in the car switch places because they used all they did was flip-flop an image from the hard right turn for the sprite and just put it in its place, and they didn't bother to correct the issue, so it just pretty sad. So even the license plate was backwards whenever it did that. So at least in the Sega version here, it doesn't do that, but it's still pretty sad. So let's just kind of get right into it here, and we're gonna press up for the gas, and you press the button to shift, press down for the brake, which almost you never use in this game. Well, at least you shouldn't have to use it in this game too much. This particular version, you do have to use the brake in if you want to have any control over your corners at all. This is a pretty rudderless version of the game. That's pretty sad. Come on. And the sound effects are terrible, as you can hear. They just don't sound good. It's pretty sad. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, this is, you know, I've seen, you know, if this was a movie, I'd have to say I've seen better film on teeth. But, you know, it's not a movie, it's a game, and it's, you know, it's really hard to put it in perspective how bad this is. You know, this is one of my all-time favorite racing games from Sega. I love the arcade version of this, and I was even a pretty big fan of the version for the Genesis. The version for the Genesis played well. I mean, because of the Genesis sound chip, it didn't sound wonderful, but it sounded better than this. And the Amiga should have been able to do this soundtrack well with its capability and sound. It just didn't work, and they used quick, dirty instruments that they'd come up with for the music, and it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't play right. You know, as you can see, I keep flipping the car, and it's just, you know, I love how, you know, even when I hit the edges, you know, I don't get, you know, green grass coming up behind my tires. I get yellow coming up behind my tires. It looks like sand. and I'm not even in a sandy area here, so, you know, it's kind of funny. Well, that was quick and dirty. You know, this is just not a good game, and I can't recommend it to anybody. And, oh, I get to enter my name? I don't think so. I've entered my name once or twice already on this game, and I'm not going to do it again. It's embarrassing to even bother playing this. And it should have been good. It could have been great with the Amiga's capabilities. You know, the Genesis was able to do it well. Why couldn't they have done this well on the Genesis version? I just don't get that. You know, I had to say this is a 1-star game, and I'm not even sure it deserves the 1 star. The music is terrible. The sound effects are terrible. The graphics are choppy. Even on an accelerated machine, they're choppy. Control is bad. You know, it's just, you know, you either have too much control or not enough. It depends on the speed you're going, and it's just not good at all. And you know, but I did promise to review this game, and this is just sad. It really is sick and sad. You know, if you really want to play a good racing game, don't play this one, and I'll review it later, but play one of the Lotus games, and I'll be reviewing those at a later time. But that's pretty much it for this one. I'm going to wrap this one up quick, because it's just hard to watch this or play it. So everybody enjoy playing the games that I have reviewed. You know, this one, if you want to download it for nostalgia or just to check it out to see how bad it really is, go ahead. But if you don't have a lot of time, don't waste your time. You know, this is definitely not worth playing. So just keep that in mind. So, all right, everybody, have a good one, and remember, keep gaming.